It is fire. I didn't know Chris Brown could rap like that.
Friends, countrymen, fellow degenerates, welcome to this edition of Bets and Buds. We're the Buds help you cash your bets. I'm Jason Smoking Token.
I'm Bobby Light.
Welcome to this back, everybody. Welcome back to this post-draft edition. Post-draft edition. Shots out to True on the track for blessing us with these beats. We're going to get into this post-draft talk here, Bobby. Got to get here and do a little follow-up, little summary here to see what's happening here. We'll touch a little baseball.
Little hockey.
Yeah, a little hockey. Touch a little bit NBA playoffs here and there. You know, kind of get you on a quick spectrum here. This will be a kind of quick pod this week. We'll go ahead. Thanks out for Director Dave. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit those comments in the comment sections. We keep giving that content to you. Welcome back, everybody.
We're not having an earthquake, I promise.
Hell no. Thank God. Because we're
due.
Yep, we're already in the basement.
Okay, so let's go over your draft list.
All right.
I think you did pretty well.
Actually, wasn't too bad. So my 1 through 3, that went pretty much like status quo. Caleb Williams went to the Bears. Jaden Daniels went to the Commanders, just like everybody anticipated. Drake May went to the Patriots. Pretty much everybody saw those 1, 2, 3 going there. And then we had number 4. So I went a little on the limb there, and I thought the Vikings might have to trade up to get J.J. McCarthy, did the number 4 pick. But the Cardinals ended up standing pat.
They did him a favor.
Yeah, the Cardinals ended up standing pat, and they ended up drafting Marvin Harrison to kind of bolster up that receiver core for Kyler Murray. So and then we got the Chargers pretty much did what I knew the Chargers were going to do. They drafted Joe Alt. Yeah, drafted Joe Alt because Jim Harbaugh wants to punch you in the mouth when he plays football. That's how everywhere he's been, whether it been Stanford, whether it been Michigan, whether it been his first run with the 49ers. He's always trying to punch you in the mouth. So they went Joe Alt there. And then since Marvin Harrison, I had him going there, dropping to the Giants.
Right.
So with that not happening, the Giants had to go next man up, and they took Malik Neighbors, explosive receiver out of LSU, teammate of Jaden Daniels.
Which they had to take away.
Oh, yeah. They had to. They definitely did. Plus, I actually heard some rumors on the ticker today that they're talking about actually Drew Lock might actually beat out Daniel Jones.
I could see it happening.
And I can see that, too, because he throws a better ball than him. He actually reads the field well. He's got a little bit of football.
He can move a little bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And who gives a shit if Daniel Jones can move because he gets hurt all the time anyway, and he can't throw complete passes downfield. So then next up, they had Tennessee Titans. The Titans, they didn't take the tackle I thought they were going to take. They actually went with J.C. Latham.
But they did take a tackle.
Yes, they did take a tackle. They took a J.C. Latham. I had them going with Talise Fuaga, and they didn't go with Fuaga there, so they actually went with J.C. Latham. So I didn't see that one coming, but I had the kid out of Oklahoma, but that's a solid pick. Like the Titans made a lot of good moves this offseason. They really turned their organization around really fast. That AFC South looked like one of the worst divisions, but actually one of the stronger divisions in the league. All right, so the next up I had so I actually got this pick right. Just the wrong team. Just the wrong team. So I thought the Raiders were going to have to trade up because I knew the Raiders really wanted Penix. And the Falcons shocked the world after giving Kirk Cousins $100 million guaranteed and taking Michael Penix in the first round. So that's going to be an interesting locker room right there because you got to think. So OTAs in the early preseason, Kirk Cousins he tore his Achilles in October, November. So I mean, he's still not going to be quite healthy.
He's still kind of rehabbing. So you're he's not trying to train a new quarterback or teach a new guy.
Yeah. So the thing is, the difference is when you had a situation in the past, like with Jordan Love getting drafted with Aaron Rodgers there, and Aaron Rodgers getting drafted with Brett Favre was there. Those type of situations. Those guys were already there in the building. They won Super Bowls. Have respect of the team.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins
he's got no equity with this team whatsoever. So if Penix is balling, and then all of a sudden Cousins comes back. I mean, there's no Kirk Cousins guys in that locker room right now, so that's gonna be interesting.
I wonder what the actual cap ramifications would be if Penix did ball, and they'd have to trade him, and
they'd have to trade him, man. I mean, and good luck with that $100 million guaranteed. I mean, that $100 million guaranteed. Good luck. I mean,
like $50-60 million in dead cap.
They would beat the dead cap money that the fucking Broncos have with Russell Wilson. That'd be nuts. So I mean, I don't see that happening right off the get go. I mean, I think there'd have to be a lot of catastrophic things to happen. I mean, it's a smart move in the long term, but right now, if you're really trying to win now, they really didn't do themselves any favors with that 8th pick. And I mean, if you're going to do that, trade back. At least trade back and get some equity there.
Right.
But I mean, they didn't want to take the chance, I guess. We'll see what happens.
Because Bo Nix was obviously still going to be there if he wanted a quarterback.
Right, exactly. But I mean, I think the Broncos were pretty determined that they were going to draft Bo Nix there. So then at the number 9 pick, so actually the way this fell with Malik Neighbors not going there, they actually take Rome Odunze, so the third receiver in the top 10. Third receiver went in the top 10 there. And then around at the top 10, we had the Vikings did trade up with the Jets, only though they traded up 1 pick instead of 7. And they were able to get J.J. McCarthy to get their quarterback there. So that rounded up the top 10 of the draft here. So there's going to be a lot of interesting moves here. We'll see what OTAs brings. There's a lot of free agency. A lot of free agents still out there. But speaking of free agents, welcome back Ezekiel Elliott to the
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys.
Welcome back, Zeke.
Welcome back, Zeke. He looked good with the Patriots last year. I will give him that.
He did. There was one other pick that I thought was questionable. The 49ers taking Pearsall,
Oh, yeah.
the wide receiver, without trading either Debo or Ayuk.
You know what? That's probably going to still end up happening. Everything that every sentiment everyone has is it's going to be Debo. And the reason is because they have to have an outside receiver.
Right. And Debo's not.
Yeah, and Debo is not that outside receiver. So Ayuk really opens up everything for the offense in the middle by being that receiver that can run every route from the outside. So everybody's kind of seeming to lean that and plus Debo gets hurt all the time, man.
He does. He does get hurt a lot.
And I was joking with my sister. I was out in Vegas last week hanging with my dad and my sister, and we were joking out there. I said, man, I had a lot riding on Debo in the Super Bowl. A lot of prop bets right on Debo in the Super Bowl, man. And I am sick of Debo's soft tissue injury ass. I'm sorry. I got to say it. Debo's a monster, and he's a beast. But maybe he's too much of a beast because he gets these soft tissue injuries that just drives me insane because they always seem to happen in the most inopportune moments when I'm riding with Debo.
When you place a bet on
him. When I'm riding with Debo. And I guess that's the reason why it sticks out my brain so much, because you always remember the losses way more than you do the wins.
Nope.
Always.
Just to stick with the team I've been riding with the last couple of years, they're never going to beat out my Cowboys in my heart. But the Lions, I thought they had another excellent draft this year.
Yes, they did.
I mean, grabbing Arnold, two cornerbacks, potential starting corner, because Rakestraw wasn't getting the pub that I think he should have.
No, he was not. No, the Lions did have a very good draft. Very good draft.
Two offensive tackles. They've got that running back / safety. They don't know where they're going to put this kid.
I mean, they had a very good draft.
And then they got the big inside defensive tackle, Michael Wingo.
Oh, they did. They did get that pick. That was a good one.
So I like the Lions draft again.
Yeah, another team that had a good draft was the Steelers. They drafted a lot of Steeler-type players there. I mean, I think they had 3 offensive linemen. 2 of the guys were projected starters, tackle, the center. They did a really good draft.
The Cardinals as well. I thought the Cardinals had
Cardinals had a pretty good draft too. So we never know because
all
these guys can fucking suck, bro. So we call it a good draft right now on paper. So we'll see what happens.
That is true.
All right, so let's go ahead and dive into that hockey playoffs there.
All right, going over the series. Carolina took care of the New York Islanders just like I said they would. Actually, they were a double overtime game away from sweeping that series. So, that wasn't a surprise. The big surprise, I got this one dead wrong, was Florida. They just stomped all over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, I guess they just got too old.
Yeah,
too old, too many playoff games over the last 4 years. The Rangers sweeping Washington. Everybody could see that coming. Washington was just out of gas, just trying to they used up everything they had just to even make the playoffs.
I heard one of the announcers was giving Ovechkin some shit. He basically said, is it true that he keeps Pepsi in his fucking water bottle?
That I don't know.
I heard the dude actually has Pepsi in his water bottle instead of Gatorade and shit.
That wouldn't surprise me. That would not surprise me.
Which is amazing to show what a dog he is, and that's how he's been living with his nutrition this long and being a stand-up hockey player.
He'll come back again next year. He's going for that.
Oh, he's got to get
He's
going
for that.
Yeah, that's purely what his career is.
The only other series still open in the East is Boston's up 3-2 on Toronto. If Toronto could score a power play goal, Jesus. I mean, they're 1 for 14 right now on the power play. Boston is
Swayman's been playing a hell of a series though too.
Boston's 6 for 13, so their penalty kill sucks right now too. But they're still in it, 3-2. Won that last game. They just got to win tonight. Over in the West, you've got Colorado just manhandled the Jets after that first 7-6 game. I mean, the Jets just didn't have anything after that. Hellebuck gave up 19 goals in 11 periods.
Kill McCarr, man. He has shown why he's the best defenseman in hockey. He is a stud.
He is definitely going to set records, as far as points.
I
could see him being the all-time defenseman.
Oh yeah, he is a stud, man. His skating ability is.
He's just getting started too. He's young.
Yeah, he's tough.
Edmonton took care of LA last night. Everybody saw that one coming. I mean, McDavid and Draisaitl and Hyman, they're just humming. McDavid, 8 out of his 10 points are on the power play, so you just can't give them power plays. That's crazy. Dallas won a big game last night over Vegas. Finally, the whole team won.
Yeah, finally pulled one out.
Won a game in that series.
And Vegas was up for quite a while. They jumped out at 2-0 lead in that game too.
It was 1-1. I think they were up 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. That's right.
And then you've got Vancouver versus Nashville. I gave up on Vancouver after Demko being out. They've used 3 goaltenders in that series and hold a 3-2 lead. So, I mean, give props to Vancouver. They're getting it done right now. If you're going to make a bet, McDavid to win the Conn Smythe is plus 550. He's the leader out of the pack right now. That's a decent bet.
Oh, yeah.
Plus
yeah,
550.
Absolutely.
If you want to pick a team right now to come out of the East, you've got Carolina as the favorite at plus 400 to win it all. Edmonton 475, Florida 475, and Colorado at 550.
Nice.
So that's your top 4 teams as far as odds go.
All right, gotta love those hockey playoffs are buzzing right now.
Oh
man.
yeah.
All right, so we'll dive into the NBA playoffs right now. We'll cover that. I'll kind of just fly through that really quickly here because I mean we got a long way to go on this route. So we got the Suns were swept by the Ant-Man and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Swept by the Timberwolves. The Ant-Man's not playing, man.
So what does that say about Kevin Durant?
You know what? It was the way that team was constructed. And that's the thing. People always think like sports is like fucking fantasy shit or like the video games.
No,
man.
it's not.
You can't. So you brought Bradley Beal in. You brought Kevin Durant in to play with Devin Booker. Problem was they lost a lot. The pieces they had to give up to get those guys in the building.
Right.
So they didn't have the depth on the bench. They didn't really have any big bodies up front. And so they really just got manhandled and muscled. And then Anthony Edwards with his young legs, and the dude plays with intensity on both sides of the court. And he set that tone for the whole series. Where they just were outmatched the entire time.
What was the stat they threw up last night? He was plus 60 when he's on. I mean, they've got the scoring advantage. Plus 60 when he's on the floor.
Oh yeah, he is out of this world. And then you got the Lakers. Lakers say Nuggets kicked the Lakers out of the playoffs again this year. So we saw. Well, I mean, everybody pretty much saw that coming. That's why some people were actually thinking the Lakers should have tried to lose in the play-in on purpose, so they could play the Thunder instead of the Nuggets.
Right. So does LeBron come back?
I think so.
You think so?
I think he's going to come back with the Lakers. It just depends on what they do with the offseason. I just know for a fact
that is it dependent on Bronny?
No, I really don't. I don't think so because I mean I don't. Well, the Lakers have 3 first-round picks this year, so it depends on what they decide to do with those first-round picks. Right. Going in that position. So I mean, Bronny's not going to be a lottery pick. So if they decide to take one of those picks and take a flyer on him. Oh yeah. I mean, so if they decide to take a flyer on Bronny with one of those first-round picks, who cares? But we'll see what happens. I mean, because Bronny, he's one of those guys. Sometimes college basketball, he had the heart episode last year going into the season. And sometimes college isn't really necessarily doesn't fit everybody's game. Because they have Bronny playing, I think, the 2, and he's more of a point guard. And when he was at USC, he's a defensive player, so you really don't get to maximize that as much when you're in the college game because of a lot of the zone defense and the floors and it's spread out. It's a lot more congested. So we'll see what happens there. But again, Lakers are out. Everybody that knows I'm a Laker fan. Like until LeBron's gone, I don't give a shit. I mean, I really don't because I didn't root for LeBron. I was a Kobe guy, so it's hard for me. I can't be a convert. I can't. I can't do it.
I understand.
All right, so then we had the Thunder. The Thunder are a powerhouse, man. The Thunder are a powerhouse. They pretty much destroyed the Pelicans. Unfortunately, they had no Zion during that series again because Zion had another injury.
Yeah, he's the one that's always got the soft tissue injuries.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's been battling the weight, man. I mean, like I said that when he came to the league. One of my good friends is a Duke fan. And I told him, I said, dude, at 19 years old, he's already 280. That's way too big.
Blowing out shoes.
I mean, you're 280 pounds playing basketball, man. Like at 19 years old, I mean, what are you doing? Right. I mean, like that means your diet is shit. With all that running, I mean, your diet is shit. And so, you know what? So, I mean, we'll see what happens coming into next year. But, I mean, because they were a nice, good upstart team. But the Thunder are they're no joke. I mean, they are no joke right now. So, we'll see what happens. Then we got, there's one more series there on that side. One more. Who do we have? That was...
it was Chicago? No.
No, they're not in the West. No, in the West. It was the Kings and... What the hell was it? I don't know. We'll see. We'll touch back on that one later.
Hold on.
We'll touch back, but on the side with the East, though, we had the Celtics already closed out the Thunder. Closed out the Miami Heat last night. So the Celtics move along. That powerhouse train is still rolling there. And then we also had the Sixers and the Knicks. That game still that series is still tight. I think it's at 2-2, or I think it's 2-2. Possibly. I know we got the Bucks and Indiana tonight.
Bucks and Indiana tonight.
And I believe that one's 2-2. I think the Bucks evened that one up
Knicks
last
76ers tonight.
Yep. And then we had
the other one out in the West is Clippers Mavericks.
Yes, that's what it was. Clippers Mavericks, which that's right. The Kings did not make it in after they got beat out in the play-in. So yeah, Clippers Mavericks, which has actually been one of the best series of the playoffs all the way around there because between Luka and Kyrie, they were going back and forth. having some injury issues with Kawhi Leonard with the Clippers. So so they've been going back and forth on that one.
I don't think he's played since game 1.
Yeah, I think he played game 1, and after that, it's just been kind of the James Harden and Paul George show. As far as keeping them going, and Westbrook has been like strong on the defensive end too as well. So we'll see. I mean, the NBA playoffs is going pretty strong here. I think there was let's see, who was the other series that they
Cavaliers
had
Magic.
Yes, that was the other one that I was forgetting. So Cavaliers Magic. What does it say that series is?
It does not say on here actually.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw it, I thought the Cavs were up in that series because when I knew they were up 2-1 at one point.
Okay.
So I've been in draft mode, so my head's been coming out of the forest. Plus, I just got back from Vegas, so I really haven't been paying that close attention to the NBA. Trying to keep up with all the playoff action.
Okay, so Indiana is up 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2. So they can close this out tonight against the Bucks because the Bucks are without Damian Lillard,
and the Knicks can close out tonight.
And they're out. They're out there. The Bucks don't have Damian Lillard, or they don't have Giannis either.
Right.
So I mean, it's gonna they can close out tonight. So we'll see. So so we got some series they can wrap up here, and then we go on to the next round. We'll see what's going on in the action here. I mean, we're not a big NBA town here in St. Louis, but I still watch because I love. Yeah. Well, I mean, and at least now it's a lot better because of the parity. Back in years past, I mean, it used to be you knew who was winning the first round. Basically, we're like, okay, when are these teams? It'd be like, when are these teams going to meet up in the finals? Pretty much is how it used to be. So at least now we actually have a lot more parity in the league, a lot more skilled players that are playing. So. The next thing I think we got here is what? Cardinals baseball.
Cardinals baseball. All right. Last week they went 3-3. So it was better than the week they had before at 2-5. They can't hit right now. They cannot hit.
Jordan Walker's still down in AAA. They can't hit right now. Pitching's been a lot better. Still surprising that bullpen. Ryan Helsley's been throwing his ass out.
The bullpen's excellent.
Yeah, Helsley's got 9 saves already.
Michaelis has got to get back on track though. Yeah. He's actually got your worst ERA right now. It's over 6.
That doesn't surprise me. That honestly, I saw his decline probably 2 years ago.
Right. Right after he signed that big old fat extension.
Exactly. I mean, and that's got to been their luck the last couple of years with they just haven't had that productivity that they need.
This one surprises me. Mason Wynn has been your best hitter.
Oh yeah, he's been a stud, man. He has been a stud.
Like he leads your team in OPS plus, or he's second behind Contreras. He actually leads the team in WAR though, if you believe in that stat, wins above replacement.
It's a big one actually.
Gray has been just amazing.
Oh yeah, Sonny Gray has been a great pickup.
That guy has been amazing.
Yeah, he's been a great pickup.
Lance Lynn still looking good.
Yeah, he's strikeouts have been up there like no tomorrow, man. He's been striking out people left and right. So
because he's got 29. Gray's got 32 actually.
Yeah,
and 2 less starts. That's the one. I didn't realize he had that kind of strikeout stuff.
Yeah, he's been nasty, man.
There's still I do not like Ali Marmol as the manager of this team. Like they did an interview with him last night, and the question was asked, "Well, are you happy with where this team's at right now?" And he actually had the gall to answer yes. Like we're happy where this team. Like, what?
Well, I would probably answer that in consideration of last year.
I guess in comparison to last
if you want to go to comparison to last year, he's probably like, you know what? I will take where this is team, especially because they're not in the basement anymore.
You can start hitting. I mean, if the pitching holds up like this all year, all you got to do is just
get 4 or 5 more than
slightly better,
more than 3 runs. Basically, it seems like every game for the most part they're scoring 3 runs or less.
Right, and then when they do score, like yesterday they scored 6, but the pitching had a bad day and gave up 11.
Right.
So
I mean, that's going to happen. I mean, at some point. I mean, that's baseball, baby.
But that's another thing too. I don't think Yachty's coming.
Yeah, you don't think so?
I don't think Yachty's coming.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was the thing where they didn't want to have Ali uncomfortable as far
that's
as
why I think
looking over his shoulder.
Especially with the way the team has started. Like say they were instead of 14 and 17, say they were 17 and 14 and in second place. This is the narrative around this team is totally different.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
The Cardinals fans are they can't handle this.
Oh no, they can't. Man, I was down there last Tuesday. I went to the game last Tuesday, and I mean the empty seats. It was crazy, man. I mean, I don't think ever I've seen in my life in Busch Stadium as many empty seats. I mean, and it's been like that pretty much most of the season. I have not seen that many
outside
empty
of
seats.
opening day.
Yeah, outside opening day, I have not seen that many empty seats in Busch Stadium in a long, long time, and consistently. So we'll see, and maybe that'll put the pressure on the organization, start getting a little bit more aggressive with some of their moves. So
maybe. Well, we do start off with the White Sox 3-game set this weekend. The White Sox are terrible.
Yeah, they are
6-25. They're a terrible, terrible team. If you don't win this series, maybe you got some bigger issues.
Oh, yeah. Because that's been the biggest problem, too. They haven't been able to sweep the series.
No, they have not.
They've been able to take 2 out of 3 out of several, but they've not been able to sweep the series.
And when they've had the chance to sweep, they've always lost that. They've lost that game.
Almost every single time. Every time.
So, yeah, hopefully they start with the White Sox. Now. All right, I got some popping going in my ears.
Oh, that's all right. We're just about at the wrap-up stage here. So you got anything else for the slate here, Bobby?
No, that's it, baby. That is it.
All right. So
I still stand by it, though. Ollie's not the man.
Oh, yeah.
Fire him, bring in Yachty right now.
I agree with you 110% on that one. So, yeah, I mean, so we're going to get into the OTAs. Will be starting up here pretty soon with the rookies in the NFL. You know, the NFL makes sure they keep, I think, schedule release comes out this month here, too.
Yep.
So, NFL always make sure they give you something every week. So
there should be some free agent signings to talk about next week.
We still got about 3 more months left in the NHL and the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just gonna be June.
Yeah, we're still first round, baby. We're still
first round.
We've been talking about it for 3 weeks now.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and sign off with you guys here. Thanks again for tuning in with us. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Add some comments in the comment section. We'll get back to anybody that we see in those comment section there. It's been a blast. We'll keep this train rolling. Countdown to the dog days of summer, brother. We're waiting for football season to come on back. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.